everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today guys, we're going to cut a couple of fruits for the week. This is something I do all the time, and I'm going to show you guys just a few of the preps that I do for the week. So let's get started. So usually for the most part guys, I go walk around Walmart for my fruits because they do have a large variety of them, as you guys can see all the bins they have, and I just go ahead and pick a couple that I want to do for the week. So this week I'm cutting some pineapples, mangoes, and papayas and prepping them so I'll have them to eat. So the first thing I go ahead and do guys is I cut my pineapple. This is very straightforward. I am using a very sharp knife to cut this, otherwise it takes quite a bit of time to cut it. So what I'm gonna do guys is pretty much cut all the skin off, any little bits of parts that I need to clean off of all of these, and just make sure everything is cleaned off. And I'm gonna chop these into small enough pieces, either for me to make smoothies out of, eat them as a snack, or use them as toppings basically. One thing I did want you guys to notice is with the pineapple, I cut them into small pieces and just store those in one of my storage boxes. But the core, my sister actually used this in her smoothies. So if you have never eaten the core of the pineapple, you can actually still eat that. Just I slice it into really thin slices because it's harder the rest of the pineapple, and that goes great with smoothies. It blends no issues and it has a lot of nutritional benefit to it guys. So if you haven't eaten the core before, go ahead and do that with it. And I actually store that into a Ziploc freezer bag because she does freeze them instead of just putting it in the fridge. That way she has it to put it in her smoothies and it lasts a lot longer. Whenever I cut my mango guys, I learned this little trick from Instagram. You just slice this into small little pieces inside actually the skin, and all I do is pretty much slice around the edges so I can get those pieces up, and I just kind of pop them out of the skin, and anything that's left that didn't pop out naturally, you just slice it under very lightly and everything comes off. And now you have tiny little squares that you can just slice off, because usually for my mango I would use this to for toppings. Like when I make my waffles, I would just put those on top of it, or again add it to smoothies. Papaya is very straightforward. I'll pretty much use this for smoothies. Take off the skin, clean the inside, and then slice it into small little pieces and put it away. guys, if you notice, I am separating everything into its own container, and I do use a air seal tight container for each of these, either if it's the plastic container I'm using or I'm using a plastic bag. I make sure they are airtight, and anything I'm putting in the freezer, like the Ziploc bags, they are freezer safe, so that way your fruits doesn't get freezer burn. I make this every week, guys, so it's not something I'm gonna leave for too long that I eat overtime. So every week, within about 5 days, actually, these are usually gone, so I don't let them sit in the fridge. And the only thing that do sit over is the pineapple core that my sister actually freezes, so you can go ahead and freeze that. And I squeeze the air out of the bags to make sure there's no air sitting there. So you have the papaya that is in the plastic bag, the mango for topping, you have the pineapple core, and you have the pineapples that are in the larger container. And pretty much, guys, this is what I use. That's pretty much everything, guys. How I store it, my fruits for the week. I don't always make the same ones, but I prep some fruits so I'll have some to eat for the week and make smoothies with. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll know when I have new videos out. Of course, always leave all of your comments down below and go over and watch my last video.